So, story number one is about Links Entertainment. And here we are talking about Richie Mensah, who happens to be the CEO of Links Entertainment. Over the years in our music industry, everybody knows Links Entertainment to be one of the topmost record labels we have here operating on our land. After so many years of producing hit makers, hit songs, today, Richie Mensah has announced that officially, Links Entertainment is no more into artist management. They are now into song distribution or publishing. They don't do any artist management. Indeed, some of their artists have come out to also confirm this. And here I'm talking about Kwame Eugene and Links. Kiddy and Kiddy. They have all confirmed that indeed they are no more working with Links. And even before Richie came out to say, some people started seeing some kind of changes around their brands and all. But let's leave that for another day. We'll talk about that. And I want you guys to watch a video of Richie Mensah, who interviewed himself. Richie Mensah is teaching interviewers in Ghana something.
Yeah.
He would have wished that someone would do the interview. But Mobe said,
Baby, I'm not a fan.
Mobe said no. And this one said no interview. No. So no, just okay. Ask me a question.
This question.
Relax. Let me feel free and answer it.
And so all answer na and.
Oh, and two parties are kidding. Two parties not my saying. That's why I said, okay, I want to talk. I have some things I want to say, but I'll not go on anybody's platform for any interview. Editors, put 2 seats there. When I sit here, I'll ask all the questions.
Yeah.
When I'm done, I'll put all the different sit here and answer all the questions. And that is what happened. Indeed, he was able to say exactly what he wanted to put out. And that has started conversations. So why would Links not be doing artist management again? Did they fail as an artist management firm or what? Let's listen to what he said.
Now let's talk about Links, the current state of Links. You know, we've noticed, we've seen that things are different with Links right now. Links isn't operating the same way that we've known it to be. So can you tell us what Links currently is? Okay. So I think, let me do what I didn't do in the past, where I didn't announce it. I promised myself that when I turned 40, I was going to retire from music. And I'm honoring that promise because I value promises to myself. So what I started to do was I started to phase out the music management part of Links. So currently, Links no longer manages any artists. Links is officially out of the artist management business. I may never say never. I cannot predict what the future holds, but currently as we stand, Links does not manage artists. What we have done is we've converted the record label into a distribution company. We've shifted that part to distribution. And then the next thing that I'm focusing my full energy on is Links Electronics. So, you know, for 20 years, I've been creating sound and creating music for people to enjoy. And now I'm focusing on creating a way they can enjoy that music, a way they can listen to that music. So last year, if you remember, we came out with Links Reverb, that's the headphones. And very soon, we'll be coming out with our own speaker. It's called Links Octave. So very soon, that will also launch as well. So we've gone from being the people who made the music to people making the way you enjoy the music. Now let's talk about Links, the current state of Links. You know.
Well, so Richie interviews Richie, and that is what we just watched. He's telling us that in terms of artist management today, now Links Entertainment, they are out of that business. But I am still asking, did they fail? Is there a fear of failing in the near future? Are they tired? The thought that when he turns 40, he'll retire from music. He's still in music. Because what he's doing is music business.
No, say he will retire from music management.
I say music. I say he will retire from music. Meanwhile, what he's doing is still music business. He's not retired from music business.
But I think he wanted to say artists
If he said that, then fine.
Yeah.
But what he said, as it's on record,
yeah.
it was not about art. He said music.
You are right. But based on conversation that they were having, we can infer and say he was talking about managing
the explanation to it.
Yes.
Okay.
The explanation is given that
He was talking about active
artist management business.
Okay, story number 2. Like I said, this is a twin topic, so we are killing both. Nanama McBrown hosted Medikal on Onua Showtime, and some interesting revelations came out when Shatta matters came up. Medikal was talking about Shatta, McBrown was also talking about Shatta. Interesting moments that we give to the author to put in his book. He give this to the author to put in his book, so he reduces the hype. What did Medikal say? What did McBrown also say? Let's go watch this, and when I come back, you guys will pick the 2 topics, the links and the Shatta Medikal McBrown conversation. Stay tuned.
What's the motive, Medikal? And you know, what's the motive behind it? Because as I Mom said any lyrics, but I know so intimidate and with the ash in his shoulder, but I don't know any format to be How did it come by? Now, ne Shatta money kana Muko Sida now no di can coina, Uko Etan Hona, we will say Papa for Bibi better so. How did it come by?
Ukrainian Yamini na Numa me call studio me ko hu say A-Town ebo beat na dada. Ti me kwaya na me se o ana ma me fa vibe and to so. Ti me dey to so na me send ma B strap and the king, my godfather Shatta. Me send ma and say oh pam. Ti we na kieu unzu ti we more blessings bia mo fe good new way so ma me. Ana mo so mo ye mo magic. Ti anyum na kwaya say wo vibe wo town. Maybe I wish you get be na more party, be na more Jimmy. Tell your mommy one side, shoulder.
Untenium na say, but you see, Shatta or your animal.
Positively.
You can't animal. And can for an example, Kolo Adenche. Or your home. Or your goat, or your sheep, or your elephant.
Who show me a crow or a cow?
There's okay, I did back with Shatta one. Ebi on the crown new the voice, whether or kasa, whether or tiam, whether or ebi, or jina baby no kasa no be nim no cry, vibe no, echo. Sometimes I call a bit to say, I said, Nana man. Me be a man who say, Nana manage now. And Shatta has that thing, say, we are wine now or the baby to you no so cry be quite.
Yeah. About him say, appear to see the mix, the voice are.
Minimano.
Appear to see the mix, Shatta Wale voice.
No the minimum. And I like my combination, to be honest. Oyo bibia you when you at it. Unso say jeje for so kakra.
There be one say Shatta one thing and confront you say.
There be unti o me no me jeje for. Creative people no. We work from some energy be.
I understand.
Inti eba na wa wo enche no wan ti ase a obebu ye say e ha adwene.
I understand. But me so me jeje for pa.
Wo dia wonye.
Thank you.
So there would dey na to so that
me me nipa boni.
Inti ni baboni ni jeje for shia.
Yeah.
Na a stubborn nation.
Yeah, I'm just trying to say, you see, most of the times, like us, like we creatives, we are very misunderstood.
Yeah.
You understand? And Shatta, you know, my senior man, he happens to be one of them people. Same way I am. That's why we agree to disagree with a lot of things. You get me? By me no me tinase pa, honestly to myself pa. You get me? Hence, us creating like a lot of songs. One of my biggest songs, apart from Shoulder, Omada,
yeah.
Omada Shatta Wale also. Or Kahuntin and Yom non so yeah, you know, Edu baby a one. You understand? So you see, when it comes to Shatta Wale, it's not just like friendship or brotherhood or music, but the spirit and the universe, it connects on a different pedestal. You get me?
All right, so 2 topics we have on our desk before we run away from here. And after that, I'll read your final comments as well. Whilst I'll also be telling you about our China trip come October 22nd. I would want you to join, just 35,000 Ghana cedis, and you are good to go. Remember, we are getting you your visa, we are getting you your plane round tickets, as in return tickets. You are going with us. We give you a place to stay. Then we connect you to some top suppliers all the time, as much as the Canton Fair is concerned. So remember to call us on the numbers provided on your screens. This is China. The business world is actually running to China. So if you don't go there, I don't know what you are looking for. Go to China, bring goods, sell, make money, and let's break bread. Now, 2 topics in one. Roland, start this for me. Let's go.
Links Entertainment and their current situation. I think they just evolving with whatever the trends are currently. That's what they are doing now.
Okay.
Yes, some people can call it failure, but even if I would want to agree with you, say failure, it is a natural failure.
Okay.
You see, sometimes naturally you fail at certain things to evolve better. And that is what Links Entertainment, I believe, have done. Over the years, they've proven what they can do in terms of artist management. From them as individual artists who were very successful in their career, entering into now managing different artists, making them successful. In fact, breaking them and making them established and successful artists.
Okay.
Now, they are moving into a different dimension, that is distribution. Me and Kebeye Meya Links Entertainment will still sit down for the next 5-10 years and tell me, said they were now going to enter into that phase. And that is when I would call them failures. You know why? Because even the top labels that they would want to even look up to are now not managing talent again.
Okay.
They are not. When was the last time you heard Don Jazzy discovering a new talent? Now, it is not just about, your friend is saying, training and nurturing talent too. It is about pushing whoever you think is ripe and ready. And that is the unfortunate situation we have in the world. It is not only in Ghana.
Okay.
So when he made this announcement, I've seen people talk about, the one of the biggest record labels, true record labels we have in Ghana has now dissolved. Does that mean we are doomed? We are not. See, all the guys that are signed to whatever deal with any of these foreign labels, go and check a distribution partnership. Nobody, none of them is signing them 360. Wow, pushing for 360 now, they will take Shema, wala. Then you are rather signing your death warrant. Don't blame the record label, blame yourself. Because currently, most of the top artists, none of them is signing a 360 deal. If they have a project, at most, they find a company, give it to them, distribute it, sell it, market it, bring money, let's share, according to what percentage there is.
Okay.
That is the current business position of of what is going on as far as record labels and entities coming in is concerned. So most of these Sony Music, Empire, or whatever, they've not signed the artist 360. They have that distribution partnership. The reason why you still see them in the works of these artists is because they have that partnership. And they are selling the artist's song. So they need to be close. They need to push for the artists to get those big platforms so that when they perform, people will stream and they will get money and the artists will get money.
Okay.
That is how it works in the distribution world. So sometimes the label also now currently have been weighing their options to see, it is less cost effective to distribute for an artist and share money than to manage the artist to a certain level before you are able to share money. Okay. Because that one, the risk is higher than what they are doing currently. Business is just about risk. Measuring your risk according to whatever returns you want to get. And if you think that, Charlie, there is a project that has lower risk but can equally give you whatever satisfaction you are looking for. Why do you then go and put your head in your friend say a higher risk in the name of industry? Which industry? An industry that when you collapse today, you are dead and forgotten. Nobody will come to your aid. It is not that they are wicked. It is natural. Nobody. Next person shift. We are going to the next person.
Taking over.
That is what it is. So you just weigh your risk, and all over the world, these are the things that these labels are doing. You think the platforms or your friend is saying entities that are now even buying catalogs, they don't have the funding to nurture, go and scout for talent, nurture them and break them. No, they don't have that time. They don't have that time. So if you are an artist today and you are still looking for a record label to come and sign you before you blow, any empacho, your ma atomic bomb crack to yem crana womb blow. That is it. Ube blow na che
bomb the best.
Many knockout crown blue. So that is the current reality. And you'll be our fault. You see, year in, year out, or generation after generation, things change.
Okay.
Gone were the days when executive producers were the one making artists. Then it came to the media making artists. Then it came to record labels making artists. Now a distribution firms that are making artists.
Okay.
So you either find an entity that is capable of marketing and distributing your product. Everybody goes their way. Because some record labels no more weigh the risk involved in breaking artists, and they are not ready to go through that hassle again.
Okay.
When you go, they will tell you, hey, record label is wicked. They are one. A majority of that conversation is from nurturing and breaking of talent. Majority of that conversation is from there. Mostly the record label was signed at most 5 years. Any record label that gives an artist more than 5 years is wicked. It's on some AFN's headquarters. Meanwhile, the kind of business risk they are taking, you are not ready to take. About 10 years to say now after 10 years, they've signed you into slavery. So pam no chanu, wa nature wa training wa tete. If you ripe and we think you have a potential to blow, uba be blow no ye beba, we will do the partnership. Any 60-40, 50-50, your friend says 70-30. Anyhow that we will all contribute and make it. We will go and sell your product, give you your money, in your $100,000 so. The 40,000, the 60,000, for 40,000. At the end of the day, you still keep your creative, your friend is saying, right, and whatever you want to keep. At said yeah, what manufacture biscuit. Now they are Bremen. Sammy Fanko Jum Cotton Mount. Usio midi biscuit yama bako 5 CD. Ba obeti mi aton ni 6 CD. So tonwa fabra ni enche. Mako tonwa ba ebi ameton die ba 50 pesos on one. Ya che obi akọ ne baby.
Okay.
That is what the current music business is about.
Okay.
So if you are an artist today and you are listening to this or you are hearing some of these things, don't panic. It is for you to start learning. Because now, in order for you to break through, you also play 50% part of whatever it is.
Yeah.
It is a way in forget it. The next topic near the medical name.
Yeah.
McBrown. For wherever Shatta's name will be mentioned there. And you see, that is what Medikal is saying. And I Shatta and Tina, somebody or Shatta is being a bad influence. You see, when it gets to this level, a man for come. Medikal, the man Medikal, we need 4 different plaques of the year. 4 different plaques at the TGME. 3 of them out of a collaboration he had with Shatta.
Yeah, and Beatstrap.
And we know the strength of it. Over the years, people had collaborations when Shatta signed himself off completely of your friend said the award scheme.
Okay.
He had hits with people, yet they were not able to get that deserving recognition until he decided to say, okay, now, yes, as much as I personally may not be in, the works that I have with people or people who have works with me should also not suffer that same consequence. So you should allow them flow or go through it. And a medical, they are general. So how about some of these positive influence? And I know nation, they've not seen it. They've not seen it. They are waiting for the other one. Then they will come and do their mouth like to Trobento. Then they will come and talk whatever they want to talk. So for me, there, when some of these things happen, I am glad people are able to throw light on it. To say, okay, there is the good influence side of Shatta Wale. That when he touches or whatever he touches also turns to gold. Exactly. And this is one of them. So big ups to Nana McBrown, the first one or two any day. Me sure so no one okay no off balance. And she tried to come back and be on track. It is part of the job. Sometimes a basa a kahu.
An animal no one can hear. Such Shatta is an animal.
A kai me sa call the SMB.
Oh my, that's an animal.
But
I'm sure initially she wanted to say Shatta is a goat.
It's a goat. Yes. And
but not goat name man.
The yes. It's a goat so animal.
Yeah. And only the bar ne watching them. Okay, man name Shino.
Yeah.
Shatta no
audience no cry. And we can say a positive.
A positive animal. So ni eke jumano sometimes to me kasasa rate me fini awo campo. It is part of it. So big ups to them and big ups to Medikal as well.
Okay. Long John, the blogger, take over on these two topics.
My take on what's his name? Richie's issue is going to be a bit complicated, but
okay.
I like to deal with truth and reality.
Okay.
Yeah. Unless there's a little bias.
Truth and reality.
Yeah, reality.
Your truth, right?
Yes,
truth
his
and
truth.
reality.
Your truth.
Yes,
truth and reality.
His truth.
Let's leave it at that. It could be my truth, it could be someone's truth.
Okay.
Out there. So, I don't know, but I feel the conversation he had, educationally, it can be termed as a PR.
Of course.
Right? But in the eyes of the streets, that's a dishonest conversation.
That is critically.
Yes, because when you look at the conversation he was making and the artist that left the label, when Kiddy was asked about his contract with Lynx, he said he decided not to extend his contract. So what does that tell you? So is it true that if he had extended the contract, you would have dissolved management?
Kiddy said that way.
Oh, he said that on,
yes,
he said it in an interview recently.
But you see, long John patch me. But let me make this correction, because Kiddy had a 360 deal with Lynx Entertainment, but his final year was a distribution deal with him and DJ Virosky when Kwame Eugene left. So
okay,
the question he was asked was based off. We know you are under the Lynx label. Are you still there or you've left? Then he made a narration that his contract with them ended and he decided not to extend.
He decided.
Okay. So when you have, and you see, the reason I'll believe Kiddy's conversation over, you see, one of the reasons why we have industry, or we have an industry where things break down and the people can't follow it up is when the storytelling does not match. People do not get the reality. That way, if they decide to venture into that business, they don't really know what are the possibilities in there. Because today this one is saying this, tomorrow this one is saying this. Look at what Kiddy said. Meaning, if he decided to extend, he will still be under the sleeves of Lynx Entertainment, based on his conversation.
Okay.
Now, the CEO is also making another assumption.
Okay.
That he made a promise to himself. You've opened the company, employed people. You have even in that interview he was having, or that PR he was trying to make for himself. I believe that PR he decided to do it for himself because he knew his answers he would give there is going to expose a lot of excesses. and he wasn't ready to touch those. You understand? And what he did wasn't straight to the point because he has left a lot of worms in the can. Like with just some a prawn show. I say, if he had someone who is going to be real with him, I was so real in a prepper.
Into your own form, Yama.
Aha, into my Yama dear. Because honestly speaking, he has still not touched on the issue. How has your promise you've made to yourself, where you have investors on board, tell me that when you reach 40 years, whether the investors are making money off it or not, you, because of your promise to yourself, you are going to cut every business and dissolve the group.
So what it means that he did not take the money beyond his 40.
Oh, God.
No, it could be. Because if I tell myself, oh, in the next 3 years I'll not do this job again, it means that anybody I'll be
Uncle,
dealing with,
let
I'll
me-
make sure it will not go beyond
5 years.
Exactly.
Okay, good. Uncle, let me say this. I know a couple of information, but I believe this. I like I said, it is a dishonest conversation, and I believe at the right time he will come out to speak the truth, or someone in there will come out to speak the truth. The reason being that you see some of these things they really need to touch on it very well so that people can learn. You can't tell me that when you have a 360 deal with an artist, it is not better like being a distributor. That is why I have my problem. You have a 360 deal where every single thing revolving the artist, from business deal to brand, you are going to have a share in there. Also on pen, no. Logically, you want to leave that business and come and enter where you have only money around his distribution.
But have you considered the consideration?
The responsibilities attached.
That is so. No, listen. We are speaking about a businessman who is looking for money from somebody, and it's not as if he doesn't have the experience. He has the experience over the years when there was no DSPs from cassette era into this new era, and he's giving you this. To me, I think that conversation is a dishonest conversation. I've given you the reasons. The reasons are very clear. I can't have a deal with you where I control chunk of your money. Then you tell me that me, the same businessman, now I prefer a deal where I'll control only your streaming money. Make it make sense to me.
Consideration.
Charlie.
It's rhetorical.
You want it to, yes. You want it to make sense to
yes,
you. And I'm saying
sense
that it is consideration. In every contract, there is a consideration coming from the based on what you enjoy.
Okay, so can I tell you this?
Tell us.
Now, so based off his conversation, what we are saying, I don't want to generalize it too. There's a conversation on board.
Yes.
He's saying he gave himself 40 years. After 40, he will stop music. Involve himself, which could equally mean he himself can just take out himself as a CEO or anything music CEO and go and do other businesses, right? But today he has a podcast where he still discusses music, right?
Yeah,
he's still a distributor, which is still about music.
Exactly.
Now, where I'm saying it's a dishonest conversation is your deal as a manager gives you an upper hand business-wise, monetary-wise, over an artist's entire musical mastery. From brand deals to everything.
Maybe his kind of management did not give him that.
Hold on.
He will not even get that. That's why.
Listen.
Maybe his kind of management did not give him that.
What do you mean by this, uncle? What are you talking about? A professional like him?
No, it is not all type of management.
Oh, uncle, this kind of PR. Look.
Not this kind of
listen,
PR.
Uncle, listen. This kind of PR. The ordinary person sitting there on TV.
If an artist, wait. If an artist hires you as his manager, you don't have power over him.
You are not getting the conversation.
And
what I want you to understand is, a businessman has opened business and is telling you that business now may be, see, I'm interested in their me control of having me control artists entire fund. Can be a percentage be home. See, I'm a per the percentage. I want one particular side per.
Long job. I'm in charge. Do you want an explanation?
He doesn't want an explanation.
If I sign an artist 360, you see, and I'm controlling whatever is coming around it, it comes with the responsibility.
Yes.
You see the contract
you can
deals,
only enjoy
the
that
ambassadorial deals that the artist gets. The artist only goes to sleep, come and record and go. No. I am responsible for all that he is enjoying. Okay. Now, this is what he gets. He has other businesses that he is controlling. So he wouldn't have time go and chase brands. Charlie, Monfa deals in break kiddy, Monfa way in break kiddy.
I love that.
Maybe if as at that time 360, he was enjoying Monfa and say $3 million per annum. Now kiddy bear distribution. Now that only kiddy distribution panel. What it means is that hey, say kiddy benya brand ambassador and fan. How Kiddy would even bring his music and fan but first he was responsible for Kiddy's recording. Now he's not responsible for that. You also should say, "Oh, Kiddy be body that boom boom boom, me wa album yanko distribute." Then he will now distribute. You see, such a person, he will put his energy in the distribution. Get say, if he is getting 1 million, no, only $500,000 per annum instead of 1 million. He's okay.
No,
he's okay because it comes with the responsibility.
Can I speak?
Speak. It's your floor.
Long John, you've taken enough time, so be wrapping up.
So you see this. What if I decide to delve his conversation there dishonest?
No, leave it there if you.
And one thing I want to say, I believe. There's something ultimate in the conversation he doesn't want to put out, but with time it will come out.
Okay.
Because it will still not make sense where a businessman who sees money in someone, you understand, is telling you that, oh, my man kofa we na responsibility. Of course, sika home. Others can be other distribution responsibility in your. You understand? So don't negate. I'm telling you, as a businessman, he knows what. Most of the time when people speak like this, probability they've gone to sign a deal. They've gone to commit themselves to a bigger brand that has seized them in control of certain things. High.
Okay.
Probability. Say wakako sign this kebia investor be dia mano. Now a man ultimatum ultimately and recoup at the back. When to me and what me be and I say after this year if you're not able to do, I will be the one to run the company. And on the panaji finish said, high. That's how I see it. But if you are telling me you are switching to another business, which is also in music, and telling me the one that is more lucrative, with your experience in the game, only newcomer, look at the number of years. Now, after I realize, say, now that music pays well, and I realize, say, your friend say, after I was also shifted from that, I know they see you well.
Okay.
Back to Nanama McBrown's conversation. I think what happened on Onuya TV is something we should all. Roland rightly said, I think Nanama, the beginning there, not questioning how. What do you mean by? And you know, I say, man, Shadan, Transa, and Tronya, what do you mean? Like, must every music have nyansa? Say, patapa one corner no. Did they what? A bebe nebiti ma five film. A bebe.
So what is the point?
Oh, maybe son McBrown question. What is the point? What's it?
What is the point you are trying?
No, I'm not. I'm only trying to say that music is not entirely about lyrics. Music is not entirely about lyrics. There are times people just listen to it to cool off. You understand? To wind down, to pipe down. What else here? And during those moments, I don't think anybody's going to look for a manifest type of music. There's a kind of music for those moments.
Yeah.
And I make maybe there's a kind of music. Manifest kind of music. Scholastic.
Web kid demo.
Oh, now the Mariano. This is not an insult. We are just giving the difference between music. What I say? So whether you like it or not. There's a music, that's what Medikal said. It's about vibe. That music is about vibe. What bro we are here? What dream will be beyond what Charlie? You be want to yenda. You make that statement here. Some was obo.
Yeah.
It is for those moments.
Yeah.
One side.
And you see, watch where those music are played. They are played where there is joy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Excitement.
Ecstasy. Oh, you be a old dream baby. Go for manifest. Go for more kind of music. But when you are now, go for MD Kenny shoulder. So when you sit on TV and you ask, as a young say be a name and a lyrics, no one shut down. Dabi, oh, they make an answer here. That was the question she asked, and I'm saying that was a wrong question to ask.
Okay.
Because music, whether I like it or not, there are types of it.
And the show that they are which type?
Vibes.
Okay.
Any genium, enuma.
Oh. Tise patapade debi.
What's it?
Tise patapade debi.
Tise patapade enu. That ain't tise patapade enu. But our vibes. Any genium. Me na me bo me nkomo. Untimi mpia me hye kona. Girl baby, I me put you right.
Okay,
Chemo ko say dey Bible obeti ase.
Pata, na me just patapade no. Ope be wo mu a. Unya. Ope nkomodie wo mu a unya.
Don't jump me kunifa.
Obi man me seedless tomatoes.
Chemo.
Two conversations in interested. I will start with Nanama McBrown there. I think what happened there.
Yeah.
There was no way Obi bit me I said Nanama McBrown. Now perceive your disrespect Shatta Wale and now MDK and now can't be born in form. How I was starting, Alandi. So it gave room for people who may want to be mischievous a bit me but if you are objective now we'll try say that thing they were kind in that objective way now who said she wasn't trying to say anything negative.
Okay.
Worse now my but that wasn't the motive. And after that in some more kind something to praise Medikal and Shatta Wale.
Okay.
And having that negative side of what she said, yes, the worst now my na who you so against her, but we know that there's a spirit behind words ayeka. Sometimes you can get the meaning of what the person is trying to say, not really what the person said.
Okay.
Because the nipa bit to me I can't say the literal meaning of it, opposite of what the person is trying to say. Yes.
Okay.
A good example, mu use so against somebody agrada or koka say menimi kunu kwame asema ye criminals. But the uti assembly ya oka ye criminals ewie no. The okaka on ye say untimi mama me chiti like So what she was trying to say, and I say, like they know the system, and you can't cheat them.
Yeah.
But we're no good words to describe it. And I'm out for a user against it. Once that almost person mu ye bibi, almost can be tiani bia against it. No mark of faba. Many me good. Yeah, criminals. No more you sweat tiano. So I've been an Nama McBrown day akoye. So our word now you see, whatever that she was trying to say, was in a positive light.
Okay.
And person take it word in isolation. Now the case say can't be born or disrespect or one it's on you. One person for that side. Let's just leave it like that. The description of the ma and kofu be friend vibe.
Okay.
But another back to me, I can say, I say, Nancy be any soon to me yet. Soon to me yet, one. Oh, person putting in another form of person, can say, and you know, a vibes. The same thing.
Yeah, that's a well who
them do not or the back into a no can say, I say, wouldn't mean West beyond tea, soon yet, and Kofubi will still take it in a negative light. But for it to be positive like the way they want it, or they want us to package it, Nanama McBrown was all say enyum no vibes. Na yenim vibes the vibes ma different from scholastic ones. Let's put that one too in that bracket. Said and then with the links issue, I think some people may get they are not getting Richie right. The point is there's some form of shift in the music business. Music business at this time going for 360 is so risky that there's no sense in doing that.
Yes.
There's no sense in doing 360.
Wait. Listen to him.
And the reasons are there are so many factors. I say call 360 deal na a womb. There's something that we all know, and I say we are watching the basis of contract law. And say for any contract to be valid, there are certain elements that we look out for.
Okay.
Some of them, offer and acceptance. Obi be ma offer say na me amount. Now that I say okay, my dear to me say amount. I know one of the elements I see and sana I don't know. Yeah, to say okay, this is a contract. Again, we look out for legal relations. Say I don't know would be a promise or so be now also oja tumuno and make it legal sense and I say why you be a chese or per se a ye legal a be bonding assemble yem fan court one and so you be who say a woman and none a money ye different from domestic promises I'll make it. Say oh no wife now I can say hey meto elu play amount on to me for uncle court say one talk because ministry of West vibe be and now they casa
Sata ya bon kwan bia mani reverend
ya bon kwan bia yo bi about system na o me my promise
download the
and no any legal relation bia a vibe and no eba contract mu ye hwesa anema no say ebi wo mu ebetumi aka contract we valid and I say nye valid contract masa obi per necessity ato na also better diamond na wanta also the nekoko emfa you be use our legal relation no it will go against you ye no free wa another important thing capacity to contract say enipa na on ne year agreement no kra no or ye of age obetimi at contract na say enye say na adwene nye enye say bi eda no kra obesa contract na watwetwa bi kakra no they all can they work at a no answer was sign those things too will be looked at.
Okay.
And one critical thing ebinum ebehwe ansana yasan dia tum what we call consideration. Consideration no what you do to benefit the promises in the contract.
Your contribution.
Sa ya dia tum contract ya hwe other elements offer acceptance legal relation capacity bibia one critical thing what you would do for you to benefit the benefit na a work contract in the promise na woman you have to give something to get that benefit and bema obi ti say Richie experience in music in one because say well maybe what I have to do to benefit that 360 no it doesn't worth it because I have to get for me to benefit that 360 for me to get 70% or whatever no say me talk money panel say me copy baby money tana say me manager be dinechi say me ho money that risk is too much for me to go for the 360 because doing all these things you know me nyeskani we kro bi baka say me wicked and I me kwa person me first sika na me money bi na ho why do I have to worry myself about those things when there's a cheaper way for me to make good money out of it. And it is not only Richie who is doing that.
Okay.
Even all over the world, big companies like Empire Music and others.
Music.
They don't do 360. They don't.
Yes,
Richie.
currently they don't. Which artist?
Almost any artist no na onim. Hwedo keka no.
Obien ho yes. They are all doing distribution deals. What they do, some people like Long John may not understand. They say they give advance to the artists. Omo to dan ma wa odo omo ka. And yes, omo no 360. Advance. Sika bi be omo TF. Omo to ka ma wa odo ne ka.
Advance.
Omo to ka ma wa odo omo ka.
Yes.
Sika ba omo be tika ni sika na frim. Ansa na de be ka no. No deal na
Black Sheriff for man team.
Obien ho 360 deal at this time. The business is shifting. The business of music, the music business is shifting to another side. And the reason being that now, if you are an artist, you may not necessarily need a studio to record your songs.
Exactly.
And to no be 360 na so copy baby ma record the song. On to so was studio show vie. On my 360 na on copy baby or I say on your setup any studio man. You can do it on your own. And if I want you bra na yankoton based on the strategy that I can use to sell the songs, then we share the profit that will come. There is a business shift here, and no, and a rich edekono. And there's one thing a binum person beka and as or monka in the Richie case because there are investors in links at this moment.
Yeah. And
we all know say Richard Niamakwe the investment to be braba links entertainment.
Yes.
And because of that, there will be other things apart from the core business are not all you know. So it could also be that Masa, the kind of business that you are doing, there is a shift here in terms of music business. Let's focus on other things apart from Weno. Let's find a way to offload people who were with you and then focus on other things. And Richie even in his video said it. Say, oh yeah, other things I can't near that day. The part that he said, say, after 40 years he will stop music business in the day. Obviously, and some like it's part of the talks. I mean, over here, o promise who say after 40, who be jana after 40, who know who share, oh yeah, they will die. That promise you can't be committed to it. You can only be committed to that promise now. Promise on when you have been successful in the things that you do. So in any case, he's been successful. And so I say obey because of that. It will make sense. But enka 40 years in the muno. I feel crying our dear man for Canada. They anka on the campus or promising no say 40 years obey jai. Enka no crying. So for me, I think it's about the business shifting in terms music business shifting because and a music business and so and you reach time on Kwana air shifting. I shifted you can even talk about Kwame Despite. And the same thing will apply. Say, a businessman who was making so much in music business, why will he stop and do other things? Because business now a shifting ko baby. He couldn't either trust the new system or he thought that there's a way to make more money than doing that. So the same thing can happen to Richie here. There's a way to make more money than just going for somebody's child, taking care of them as if omoye oba. Na okoye bibia na enye kra wa ho na eba. Oye bibi na ye ho na eba. O wi a oni ni cheska esanse usisi no. It's not a good deal. Anything a bebre eja no. So for me I think Richie made a solid point. Yes, obviously there are certain things Obeka said, wait a minute. I said you are not giving us all the things. And it was clear in his distant submissions. And that part need be a new investor coming on board. The new investor may also suggest things that they could do. If he is convinced, they will do those things. But Richie will not come out and say, me investor and say Yenko way, and I agree with him. He will not even say it. All that you will see is that he is doing it. That's what will happen. And I think Richie, he has done enough to get to the position that he is today. And so far so good, and because the market are shifting, for me, I'm with him on this one.
Okay, Long John, now super so can be.
See me no commode, you can't say a argument.
Okay, any trust point.
A argument because
okay, any trust.
Thank you for the words so sweet.
A business, business like ours. Now, like I say, and them record labels and sign no beer and then. Of course, Obian in the terms and condition. Ghana Hanumu, which businessman can send you and give you an upfront money? It is based on economy. Yeah. The American economy, you can't compare it to a Ghana because no streams and your friends say media airplays in their county. Ghana here media airplay in the county. Your royalty from the media houses, how do you make them?
So your point.
So you can't compare the two. But let's compare Africa to Africa. Don Jazzy is still running his label. Even he has changed now. Also, what's his son style?
Do you know how?
Hold on, I'm coming.
Don Jazzy.
Maybe hold on. On this same conversation, Don Jazzy Akase.
Say it.
Don Jazzy Akase. See our Bonnie Trimpo say he will never sign any artist who has taken someone like Burna Boy, Ashake or Wizkid as a role model. And his reason is quite simple. On pay artists are and say you are not a social media fan or you are not someone who likes posting. He has said so. You see, I didn't know can was no. Basically, there's a way we can care better without you entirely leaving a business. What else here? And to obey now, Nagajem say him exiting completely is the right way to go. I still have questions to ask. What else here? If that is if the artist is not ready to work, you quickly find. There are ways you can find. Obian concerning artists. Later artists name say up no. They say wasisa the DSP and DJ Adwa.
Yeah.
There are ways you can make your money back. They are not long things. You understand? So why are we making it look like what your man they talk some sense leading inside?
What's the sound? Name on returns net.